know it's coming. Almost there.
I got the little message that says
Okay.
it's streaming now.
Yep, now that it's on YouTube, I'll start the webinar to allow the attendees. And we should see attendees begin joining us if we have them.
And are we recording? Is this
Nope, good call. Okay, hitting the record button.
There it is.
Okay, and we have one.
We're recording. Hey.
Okay, so we're live on YouTube. We're recording, and looks like Ed and Wendy have joined us as attendees so far. All right.
Okay. Well, I don't see any reason to delay at this point, so I'm going to call the June 21st Lincoln County Planning Commission meeting to order. Can we get a call of the roll?
Yes. Chair Bobbitt,
Here.
Commissioner Pelletier,
Here.
Commissioner Kier,
I'm here.
Commissioner Lambrick, Commissioner
Misty?
Lambrick.
Mr. Could you signal you're here?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Sort of,
Thank you.
kind of.
I mean, I thought you were looking at me that you were saying that I'm here. I'm like, yep,
Oh.
you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Commissioner Skolnick doesn't appear to be here. Commissioner Cutler also does not appear to be here. Commissioner Stratton
Here.
and Commissioner Bugenhagen.
Yep, I'm here. Hello.
All right.
Excellent.
With a
Thank
new
you, everyone.
improved cord.
All right,
Yeah.
so we have a quorum. Is there any past action review for the Planning Commission?
No, Madam Chair.
Terrific. Okay, tonight on the agenda is a hearing on case file 01-MISC-ADM-21. Let's see, which is an appeal the planning director's decision to deny a request for authorization to place a beachfront protective structure based on its failure to comply with the application requirements of Lincoln County Code, Chapter 1. The applicant is PLI Systems, Inc. for Ed and Joan Tanabe, Richard and Sally Grant, Sherry Kane, and Terry DeSilvia. At the outset of this hearing, please be advised that Wendy Kellington, attorney for the applicant, has requested that this hearing be postponed until August 9th, 2021 at 7 p.m. The Planning Commission will be voting to allow this postponement at the conclusion of the proceedings this evening. We're convening tonight because the request for postponement came after all legal notice was issued and to allow the commission to vote on the postponement. There will be no staff report given tonight under the circumstances. However, if anyone wants to testify tonight, they will be allowed to do so. The applicable criteria are pursuant to Lincoln County Code 1.1210, Section 2. The following criteria from Chapter 1 of the Lincoln County Code are applicable to the subject request. Section 1.1310, Section 1, subsection E, uses permitted outright in residential zone R1, and Section 1.0105, Section 4, comprehensive plan policy for beaches and dunes. The applicant has appealed the director's decision to the Lincoln County Planning Commission pursuant to LCC 1.1267. Testimony, arguments, and evidence must be directed toward the criteria just described or other criteria in the plan or land use regulation, which the person believes to apply to the decision. Failure to raise an issue accompanied by statements or evidence sufficient to afford the decision maker and the parties an opportunity to respond to the issue precludes an appeal to LUBA based on that issue. Okay, at this time, the planning commissioners would, if any of you can disclose any ex parte communications and any bias or conflicts of interest regarding this application. I would say that all of us at least have a little bit of knowledge based on our last hearing, but I'll testify that that will not affect anything with this hearing as far as
I
I'm.
would add that
myself.
while we were living in our temporary quarters in Glen Eden Beach for a while, we did walk a lot of the area involved in these proceedings, but that was before it came to our attention. So
And that,
had a visual knowledge of it. That's about it.
and that, will that in any way influence your decision on this matter?
No.
Okay, anyone else?
And I declared my potential conflict last week as a member of Glen Eden, World Mark Glen Eden Beach Resort, but it won't affect how I vote.
Right,
Okay,
and that is not part of tonight. They are not one of the
Okay.
the decision.
Yeah, no, I have no contact.
It's
with-
just the 4 property owners.
Yeah, okay. I have no contact.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, this time, can staff please tell about the correspondence we received at this point in time?
Yes, Madam Chair. Lincoln County has received 2 letters. We received them tonight. Haven't read them, but one is from Oregon Shores Conservation Coalition in regards to this matter. I haven't read it, but it appears to be in opposition, or it would be in opposition of the appeal or in favor of staff's decision. And a second letter from Surf Rider Organization, which also would be in support of staff's decision or in opposition of overturning staff's decision tonight. And we emailed those letters out to you as exhibits because I'm just putting on the website right now. Probably by the end of the meeting, I'll have them on the website. So, and that's the only correspondence we received. Although Wendy Kellington did ask to have Oregon Shores letter from the, or no, Oregon Shores letter from the other land use matter for the goal 18 exception included into the record of this matter. So, so that's going to be added to the record of this matter. So,
Okay,
all right. Any questions or anything?
thank you, John. Are there any questions by anyone? I'm working with my little screen here, so going back and forth is a little issue for me tonight, but all right. So as said at the beginning, there's no staff report that's going to be given, but there will be one when we convene on this matter in light of the request for a postponement. So everyone, that if there are any attendees present, keep in mind that I would venture to guess there will be a postponement. But if you cannot attend August 9th, or if you want to speak tonight, that is certainly your option. So at this time, is there any testimony in favor of the application tonight?
What, could I interrupt here just for a second?
Sure.
I think on the outline there, there was a provision about going over that your testimony should be directed to the criteria and failure to raise. Did we
Yeah.
go over that?
Yes, we did.
Okay. My fault.
Yeah. Okay, so Casey, I do see that there's a hand up for attendees.
Yes, do you want me to port them in now?
Yes, this is time for testimony from
Okay.
the,
Okay, Wendy, I've sent you an availability to talk.
Great. Can you hear me?
yes, we can.
Perfect. Thank you. So I am not planning on making a presentation tonight. I just wanted to let you know that the reason we requested a postponement was after the Goal 18 exception request received a positive staff recommendation and a positive letter from DLCD. It seems like going forward with this might, maybe perhaps is likely, wouldn't be necessary. And so there was no reason to waste yours or the county staff's time with this matter if the exception is going to be approved. So that's the reason. If you were disinclined to grant the postponement, then we would request that the record remain open and, the traditional 777 thing with a final written argument. But my understanding is that you're amenable to postponing the hearing, and I think that would be the best thing all around. And then just a clarification, we didn't ask that Oregon Shore's letter in the exception process be included in the record, but rather the Surfrider letter, because in their opposition that they submitted tonight, they made the case that essentially all shoreline protection is bad, but then of course they did support it in this very unusual Glen Eden Beach situation. And I thought that it's important to have both sides of that coin in the record. So that's why we asked that the Surfrider letter be included. So unless you have any questions or anything, we hope that you're willing to postpone till August 9th, and maybe this will be unnecessary altogether. Thank you.
Okay, appreciate that. And we'll get the Surfrider letter in there. So, and commissioners, any questions for Wendy? Okay, none seen. Is there any other attendee that wishes to speak in favor at this time? Casey, I assume not. I just see Wendy's hand still up from the first thing.
I'm sorry, just Ed, be sure to raise your hand if you did want to speak, and that's kind of how we know you would like to.
Okay. Okay, seeing none, I assume there's no one else to speak either against or in favor. So that brings us to the Planning Commission decide what we would like to do with this hearing. Would we like to make a motion to postpone this as suggested, or do you want to go forward with a 777 continuance? Anyone want to make a motion or discuss this at this time?
From council's standpoint, I would recommend that you follow the request of postponement. In part, in terms of the 150 days, we've reached an agreement with Wendy Kellington representing the applicant in terms of how the time would be counted and not counted against us. And generally, we honor these sorts of requests when they're made.
Roger that. Okay, Terry, you had.
Yes, I have a comment to make. It appears to me in reading a lot of the submittals, most of the submittals that have come in, except for the 3 this afternoon, just before the 5 o'clock time frame, which were voluminous to say, that there is a possibility that the applicants would have an opportunity to do some remediation, repairs, or new construction, excuse me a second, to their property to protect their property.
Yes, but I mean, you're kind of reviewing testimony right now and we're not in that. Do you have is your comment related to granting a postponement or not?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you go along.
And I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but having the ability during this season to get some work done would be would be a good priority for the applicants. And I think that should be taken into consideration when we postpone things and drag things out. And I can tell you from personal experience that the construction industry has got a lot of that going on right now.
Right. Well, I believe this August 9th date was agreed upon by council and staff. And also in light of what's going on with our other hearing, which we have moved along swiftly and agreeing to meet on a Tuesday
Right.
in order to facilitate things. So I think we're trying to move things as quickly as the law allows as far as notices and everything.
And Madam Chair, this is really the applicants who applied for the seawall are now requesting the postponement. So because the other proceeding is proceeding.
Right, correct.
So Commissioner Bugenhagen, I think your concerns are obviously your concerns are echoing some of the applicants, and so they're asking for this postponement.
Okay.
Okay. So any other commissioners, how do you feel about a motion for postponing the meeting? Anyone else? Or is someone prepared to make a motion?
Okay, well, I'll make a motion that we continue the hearing for case file. Is it 01 MISC dash
It is.
ADM dash 21?
That is correct. And are you asking for a continuance or a postponement?
Continuance.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I used the wrong term. It really is, right, Jerry? It's continuance.
It would be a continuance.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay,
So,
it's a continuance to continue till August 9th at 7 p.m.
Okay. Is there anyone that would like to second that?
I'll gladly second that.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? Okay, we're gonna prepare to vote on this. So staff, would you want to do a voice or do you want us to wave at you? Your call.
why don't you call for the ayes?
Okay. So all commissioners who are in favor, please raise your hand. I see Terry, myself, Scarlett, Jalen.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, everyone. Okay, it's unanimous. So we are postponed on this matter until August 9th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Thank you all so much. Any other planning commission concerns?
Nope.
Okay, when is our next meeting again? Tuesday, the
29th.
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 And everyone wave at me if you're coming or tell me. Yes, all right. So we have a quorum then. All right. So I will see everyone then. If there's nothing else, this meeting's adjourned.
Or postponed, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Postponed.
Continued.
Oh, continued is the plural.
Continue.
It's continued.
It's continued.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
See you
Good
soon.
night.